Hey, this is Jamey from Stegmaier Games, and today I'm going to play a round of Rolling Realms as I've been doing lately. I played a game yesterday and scored 16.4. Scored a round yesterday, had 16.4, and today I'm going to play with Charterstone, Euphoria, and Scythe, which I will explain in a moment. If you're not familiar, Rolling Realms is an infinitely scaling, remotely playable roll and write game where one player is going to roll two dice, and all players will use one of those dice in one of their realms and the other die in one of their other realms. And you're trying to get stars in the game. You can also get resources to use to potentially create another die to use in the other realm, with the overall rule in the game being that you can't use the same realm twice on the same turn. I'm building up to tomorrow's reveal of the Terra Mystica realm. So there's a new realm that we're adding to the game, a promo pack available from our web store starting tomorrow, November 19th, the Terra Mystica realm. And tomorrow I will show you what that realm looks like. Put that aside for now today, though. All right, so in Charterstone, with specific numbers, you might use a specific number to circle a house or mark one of these houses and get the resource directly below it. And when you do that, you will look at the other rolled die and you'll write that number down on the crate below it, just to write it down, just to note it for later. And then later in the game, you'll use a die. You can still use dice up here if you have available numbers, or you can use a die to cross off all crates containing the same number as that die, and then you get stars for each of those crates. So ideally, I'm going to fill all these crates with the exact same number, and then later in the game, I'll find that number, I'll get that number, and I'll cross off all my stars all at once. Never made that happen live, so we'll see if I can do that. In the Euphoria realm, I am going to mark a die or mark a number in one of these two areas, and then I'll look at the sum of all marked numbers in that area, and based on that sum, I will gain a coin, a star, or a pumpkin and a heart, depending on the total. And the nice little thing about Euphoria is if I roll doubles, I get to write down both numbers in both of these areas and gain the benefits of both of those areas at the same time. So hoping to roll some doubles this round. Then inside, you can either use a number to cross off the number in the top row and gain the resource, or cross off that number in the bottom row and spend a resource to get a star. Or, this is the great thing to do inside if possible, cross off a top row number, gain the benefit, and then without using the number in the bottom row, if you can spend the resource right away when you do the top row cross off, you can also cross off the number directly below it and spend that resource to get a star. So I'll show you what that looks like when I actually do it in the round. I'm going to turn the camera down right now so you can see what I'm playing with, and feel free to play along live and let me know what you're thinking as you play. Anything that you want me to roll, any questions that you have, I am here to answer. So in the first turn, we have a 5 and a 4. So I'll write that down over here, 5 and a 4, and let's see what that could be good for. I'm hoping for doubles in Euphoria. That isn't doubles, and you have to look at the rolled dice for the doubles in Euphoria. So not great there. In Scythe, if I crossed off the 5, yeah, so let's do the 4. So ideally, I would cross off a top row number and already have the resource in the bottom row, which I don't think I can pull off here exactly right now. So what I think I'll do is I'll cross off the 5 over here, and I'll note the 4 down there in the crate below in Charterstone, and I gain a coin right away. And then I need to use that 4 elsewhere. Yeah, I'll just use it inside for now. I'll cross off this 4 and gain another coin. If I had, so right now at this moment, if I also had a pumpkin, I could also cross off the bottom row inside and get a star, but I don't. So let's see. We have a 4 and a 1. Let's turn to 4 and a 1. So I like low numbers in the Charterstone crates because it's easier to create low numbered dice. So I'm going to, I'll cross off the 4 over here, and I mark a 1 down there. I get a heart. And now it looks like if over on Scythe, if I cross off the 1, if I use the 1 to cross off that 1, I get a coin. I have a heart now, so I can spend the heart to cross off that bottom row and get a star. And now, keep in mind inside, even though in this instance I wasn't able to cross off the bottom row number, I can still later in the game use a 1 specifically here and spend a pumpkin to get a star inside. So I can make up for that later in the game. Still no doubles. Let's hope for doubles here on roll 3. There's a double. Perfect. All right, so we got 2 5s. So I can use a single one of those 5s. So I'm only actually using 1 dice, but I get to cross off both of them to get right away 2 stars in Euphoria. That is fantastic. And now I still have one of those 5s to use in one of the other places. Doesn't do anything in Charterstone, so I need to use it over here in Scythe, but that works out well because I do have a coin to spend. So I gain a heart and spend a coin, and I get a star out of it. Decent start so far, I will say. Feel free to let me know. Again, if you have any questions or comments, I am here to answer for about the next 5 or 10 minutes, as long as this takes. The rounds play really quickly. A 1 and a 5 now. A lot of 5s rolled this game. 1 and a 5. So I wish I had pumpkins, because I would love to convert this 5 into a 6 and use it over here in Charterstone, but I don't think I can get any pumpkins out of that roll, unfortunately. So what can I do? I can't use the 1 or 5 over here, except in the bottom row, but I don't have a pumpkin. I really need a pumpkin is basically the word on the street here. So I think I have to do this. I have to cross off that, mark the 5, get a pumpkin. And now I still can use the 5 somewhere, not in Euphoria. This is going to be a tight round, actually. In some of the realms, it's very flexible. This is one of those realms where all the numbers are printed on the cards. There are others that are a lot more flexible, but this is a tough combination here. The 5. I actually don't think I can use the 5. I can't use it here. I've already used Charterstone, and I can't manipulate it into a 6 because I don't have 2 pumpkins. So this is one of the rare instances in Charterstone, in Rolling Realms, where you can't use a die. You've tried to use it, you can't use it, and so you just get a resource of your choice instead. Let me see. I do have actually 2 coins. Let me see if there's a way that I can work around it with 2 coins. Because 2 coins can make you a die of... One coin can be a die of value 1, 2 coins can be a die of value 2, which could let me get another pumpkin. Joshua says that he can't use the 5 either. I think I'm just going to have to take a resource, but then I should probably not. So I'll take a pumpkin, and now I will use a single coin to... Just a single coin to create a 1. No, let's do a 2 value die over here in Scythe to cross off that 2. I get a heart. I now have to pay a pumpkin, but I get a star out of it. Hopefully that won't hurt me again. All right, let's see if turn 5 goes any better. That was a rough turn. A pair of 3s. All right, this is fun for Euphoria. A pair of 3s. So again, we can use one of those 3s to cross off both 3s in Euphoria because they're pairs. The sum of each of those areas is 8, which is still in this range. And so we're getting 2 more stars out of that. And then I could use the 3 over here in Charterstone. I could use it in Scythe, although I don't have a coin, so I probably don't want to do it in Scythe. Let's do it in Charterstone. A lot of numbers down here in these crates, which isn't ideal, but that's okay. Actually, I could use it in the bottom. Yeah, let's use it here. Let's get a heart. We'll put this 3 over here. And if I really wanted, I could use 3 hearts to copy and create another 3. But I don't want the coin for Scythe, so I'm going to let that be. Turn 6. How are you doing so far, Joshua? A 3 and a 1. 3 and a 1. 1 could be good in Euphoria. I'd love for doubles, but I think the odds of that happening are increasingly slim. And the 1. Again, I'm a little short on pumpkins. So I could use the 3 over here. Yeah, let's do this. Let's use the 3 in Scythe. I'm not going to get the bottom row benefit, but I will get a pumpkin. I have the 1 to still use. Let's put the 1 over in Charterstone using 2 pumpkins to turn it into a 2. And I have to mark the other number down there. So I've turned that into a 2. I get a pumpkin. All right, very low resource game here. Turn 7. A 3 and a 4. So we rolled our first sum of 7 in the game. When you have a sum of 7, you can use 2 coins to copy one of the dice. But I don't have any coins right now, so that is not going to help. I could do something in Charterstone, and I might. I could use the 3 over in Scythe as well to get a star. It's not the greatest play, but it is possible. And I don't really want to do anything in Euphoria. So I think what I need to do is use the 3 over here in Scythe, cross off that, cost me a heart, but I get a star. And then I'll use the 4 in Charterstone to cross off this 4 to get a star. All right, turn 8. A 6 and a 3. That would have been perfect over here in Scythe to have that 6 right then and there. I didn't have that, but actually it works out pretty well in Charterstone. I think this is okay. Yeah, it'll be okay. I'll cross off the 6 there. I get a coin and I write down the 3 down there. I get a coin. So I've used the 6. I need to still use the 3, which may be actually impossible, but the coin, I can create a 1 value die to use over here in Euphoria. The sum of this area is still in the 4 to 10 range, so I get another star. And now I'm left with this 3 that I can't use, unfortunately. And so I am just going to get another resource. 2 free resources in one game. It's okay. It's just like a little backup if you're not able to use the die. Oh, this is the final turn. I should have built up to that a little bit more, but we have a 2 and a 4 on the final turn. Okay, I can get some stars out of Charterstone with that. I can get another star out of Euphoria with that. But not a lot more. Yeah, this is going to be a low-scoring round. Okay, so with the 2, I'm going to use the 2 over here in Euphoria to get the last star. I will turn the 4 into a 3, which crosses off all of these crates. That feels pretty good. But I think that's all I can do. So I'm going to turn the camera up here. See me talk through the end game. Yeah, I think that's all I can do here. I would have loved to do a little bit more for Scythe, but I fell a little bit short there on Scythe and getting those numbers. It really helps to pair them up as often as possible. Euphoria just did kind of the bare minimum to get the stars in Euphoria, which is fine, but it didn't really help my engine all that much. Didn't get me a lot of resources. And I did better in Charterstone than I normally do, so I'm happy with that. So I ended up with a 14.2. Extra resources are 0.2 stars. Joshua had a 15.3. Well done, Joshua. Good score. Good score for this combination of these dice rolls, I think. I will go ahead and post this video on YouTube so anyone else can play along. And Joshua says he thinks he always gets 6 stars in Euphoria. And this round was pretty good for that based on the rolls that we got. But I'm impressed that you're able to do that so consistently. Joshua, thanks for playing along. I really appreciate that. And I'll correspond with anyone else who comments on the YouTube version of this to let me know what score you got playing Charterstone, Euphoria, and Scythe. All right, have a good Thursday. Take care. Bye.